Well, hello guys. A few days ago, I was busy browsing around and I came across this link and followed it and ended up on this page and found something very interesting at the bottom here. And what it basically says is that LBRY or LBRY, the platform, I never know if it's LBRY or library. I suppose it's LBRY because they're all capitals, but it spells library, so I'll say library. So what they prepare to do is, if you make a comparison video between library and a competitor platform such as YouTube, in my case I use YouTube more, almost, and if you can prove to that, if you do a fair job of it and so forth, and add a tag to it, etc., upload it, email them a screenshot where you have uploaded, say, to YouTube or whatever, and then they're going to be so nice to actually give you 2000 LBC, and that's wonderful. I'd love 2000 LBC. So I want to then try and give a fair comparison between library and YouTube. And so if we come on over to YouTube, okay, this is my main YouTube channel, and well, for one thing, you can see it's I'm using the dark theme, and I really like the dark theme. If you go over to library, where we library, okay, you see it's also got a dark theme, but I prefer this dark theme to YouTube's, to be honest. It's not just like black. It's I think a little bit more thought went into this. But when you start it up for the first time, it starts off in the light theme. Okay, it looks like that. Okay, not much contrast there or anything. And of course, as you all know, with YouTube as well, the default is also to be using the light theme. Okay. And I mean, there's nothing here. There's no contrast or anything. It doesn't look very good at all. So I prefer to use the dark theme. Now that's nice. So both platforms support the light and dark theme. So let's just put both of them back to the dark theme. Okay. So now if we in YouTube, all right. One of the big things that gripe me about using library is something which I thought would have been sorted out literally on day one. It's one of the, to me, the more obvious things, and that is to have, like on YouTube here, you have what they call sections on your channel. All right, so I've got a section up top here, for instance, popular videos. So all the videos I've ever uploaded, sorted in order of how popular they are, with the most popular starting on the left, and so it goes down the list. All right, and then you can add other sections as well, which I did. Like this morning, I added commentaries, and just quickly threw 2 videos in there because I want to do some more commentaries in the future. And then there's a section uploads, and these are all the uploads I just did in order. So this one on the left here is the most recent upload I did, and so you can just see them all. And then here's a how-to section, where I discuss how to do certain things. And then I've got reviews where I review things, and then you've got what's called your created playlists. But all right, so this makes perfect sense. So if somebody comes to your channel, all right, they can see sort of what you're on about. They don't just get a list, for instance, of my uploads in sequence like this, and they've got to go and search for something. If one step better than that, obviously, is to put things into groups. Okay, related stuff, keep them together, so it's easier for somebody to find what they're looking for. Now, this is something I have against library. They don't have this. I have mailed them about it before, and they did respond, and they said that they are looking at it in the future. And this was some time ago, actually, that I mailed them. And, well, the future is great, but this is one of the things, in my opinion, that should have been done on day one. When you release your software, it should already have had some kind of sections or groupings. So in library, this being my home page or channel, the same as what you're seeing, Yeah, this is now being the YouTube one. So this is the library equivalent. Oh, come on. Did I now click on something here? Yeah. Okay, so this is the library equivalent. Come on. Okay. And it's just all in sequence. You know, as I uploaded them, they just get added to the top. Just get added, get added, get added, get added. So, I mean, if I've got, you know, 500 videos on here, how would you know where to start looking for it? It's not grouped. Like, for instance, this series here, okay, is learning how to be a developer, and using C# to learning how to be a developer. Those things should be grouped together and kept away from some of the other stuff. And you can then just see these are my groups, and you can click on the one that interests you. But LBRY doesn't have that. That I think is a real downer, really. Okay. But the thing is, okay, so even though YouTube has these sections, okay, that's great, okay, an obvious feature to have for this kind of platform that LBRY and YouTube both are trying to be. If you look, like, take any of these sections, but let's take this one, the uploads, for instance, all right, the order in which I uploaded things. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 videos, all right, and here's a little arrow on the right, so we can go to the right, and it scrolls over and it gives us another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 videos. But I mean, I've uploaded, I don't know how many, you know, quite a lot, okay, but there's no, I can't go right anymore to go look further. I can only see 12 videos in a section. So I go to any section, like, let's say, for instance, the way I realize this is when this Learn to Code using C# playlist has got 13 videos in. When I created a section for it this morning, I noticed that I can't get to my last video. It'll only show the first 12. And so I went through the other sections, and I realized that they all can only show 12. They show you 6, and then you can go scroll right once, and they show you another 6. And I went and looked at other YouTube channels, and they're all the same. So it's not me. It's a limitation. A limitation of the YouTube platform. I mean, I can see no logical reason for why they would not show you the rest of your videos. Why do they stop it at 12? That's just silly. Okay, so all right. YouTube is better than LBRY in the sense that you know, it's got these sections or groups, but in YouTube it's called sections. LBRY's got nothing like that. Okay, what you can do is create a new channel, all right, and under your name, and where was it? I think channels. Yeah, you can create a new channel, all right, but that's not quite the same thing, because I mean, you can have multiple channels in YouTube as well. So like here, for instance, I can go and switch an account, the same as a channel, all right, and I'll go here to my personal channel, if we can call it that. If I click on home here, all right, and this is my personal channel, and you'll notice all these recommendations here that is made to me. I mean, I love following arm wrestling and so forth, and Joe Rogan, I really enjoy him, and these are all recommendations to me based on things that I've watched. Now, I must say, I don't watch on YouTube. I don't watch on my computer. I watch it on either on the Xbox as an application on my main TV. Alternatively, in my bedroom, I have a little Android device which has got YouTube on it, and then I can watch YouTube videos. And all these recommendations made to me are actually very good. These are the things that I'm interested in. Okay, like, okay, this I've no that's a movie, a video or something. But okay, but most of this stuff is definitely stuff that, like, I mean, you know, World's Strongest Man, Big Z, you know, a phenom. These are things that I'm interested in, all right, that I watch a lot. Okay, so in other words, the recommendations for me for what I watch a lot of, okay, are brilliant. They're spot on, okay, in YouTube. So in other words, the recommendations in YouTube are really, really good, okay. So if we come over to LBRY, okay, and I go to my home as well, and then here's my recommendations. Okay, so reason from following, it starts off with, so Joe Rogan. All right, so there's a whole lot of his stuff that he's just been posting like crazy. So that's a little bit too much for me, but okay, I am following him, so that's fine. But then it says here, trending for your tags, okay. Based on the stuff that I've done on LBRY so far, and based on my tags, which are on the right over here, okay, I don't see anything here that there's not, it doesn't really show you much of anything I'm interested in. And while trending for your tags, in any case, it's only showing you 8 videos, okay, I would have expected way more than that, okay. And then trending classics, my trending tags are far more important. And top content from the day, I mean, it's good. This can be here. That's great. All right, but it's not as important as trending for your tags and the history of things that you've watched. There's basically almost nothing other than reason from who I'm specifically following. Other than that, there's not really much that I want to watch here. Okay, so, and this is based on my tags. Okay, there's very little here that it doesn't make sense. It's not the algorithm they use to make recommendations for LBRY is really not very good at all. I have mailed them about this as well. But okay, another thing, for instance, if we come in, well, let's go to YouTube first, and let's if we do, for instance, a search. All right. Let's search for, I don't know, something stupid. Porcupine. Did I spell that right? Yeah, porcupine. Let's find something on porcupine. Okay, great. So here we go. And we've immediately got, what is it? Let's see. So a whole lot of things about porcupine. Porcupine tree anesthetized. I don't know what that's about. Sound of music. Okay, maybe that's a music video, I don't know, but all this stuff, there's a lot of porcupine, yeah, there's anesthetized, so there's a lot of porcupine related stuff here, real porcupine related stuff. I mean, like, just about everything is porcupine related stuff. This is a reasonably good search, okay, a result for a search. Okay, there's quite a few porcupine related things. So now let's go over to LBRY and let's do also a search. You do it up top here, same as you do in YouTube. Let's do a porcupine search. All right, let's see how many porcupine things we get. Okay. So, okay, that's got nothing to do with porcupines, nothing to do. Some other language stuff. There's something about a porcupine. That's one hit. None of this seems to be anything related to porcupines. Okay, sexy girls. What's sexy girls got to do with a search for porcupines? Okay, okay. So the search results from LBRY are terrible. Okay, that's to me it's basically unusable. All right, it's useless to me. Okay, I'm sorry to say that, but it's just no good for me. So we basically have, 3 things already that I found. So if we, if we do a search, okay, YouTube versus LBRY, YouTube wins hands down, okay, by far. All right. If I just go back to my actual channel, this one, okay. And okay, so we go home on this one as well. Now here will also be a few recommendations here, but actually I never watch under this account, YouTube. So some of the things here, it's very interesting that some of this is actually good stuff, that I've watched on my other channels and so on. So obviously it's related to my name because it's all under the same name. So that's still good. I quite like, I remember this, I've been bitten by one of these in my neck. when I was a youngster, but all right. So, okay, very interesting. So, yeah, searches in library, sorry, no good. YouTube does definitely win that one. So, let's go back to the channel itself. Okay. Okay, so and then like I said, also the sections, there's no such thing as sections in library. They said there will be, but that should already have been there. But YouTube's also got problems. Like I say, you can only have 12 videos in a section. Just straight silliness. Okay, so if we come on back over to library again, let's say for instance, if I want to upload a new, or not upload, well, okay, we can have a look at upload. I'm not actually going to upload something now, but you go to publish, all right, and you can choose your file and go find your file, and it does quite a fast upload. That's quite good. Once you do the upload, you can start putting in your title and all that kind of stuff over here. But till then, this is grayed out. You can't get to it. It's kind of like YouTube as well. You know, the moment you say I want to do an upload, let's say we do an upload of a video. Okay, come now. I can't do anything until I selected my files and I start doing the upload. Then I can get to the back of the site stuff here and actually, start editing stuff and so forth. But the upload has to start before it can do anything. So that's similar in those cases. But okay, so if we go back to library here, all right, so new channel, yeah, I wanted to show you the creator analytics. Okay, so if we go back to my channel, all right, so I've published on library, I've only published 26 videos. Okay, not that many, but I'll slowly move over. But what I find very interesting is you'll notice these tags here on the side. Okay, so if somebody comes in here, for instance, if somebody does a search, I'm now very confused. Okay, because when I uploaded this video, they now allow you to have 5 tags. Okay, I added 5 tags. Okay, so if you go to some like my older stuff here, all right, I had more tags. I think back then they allowed you to do more, if I remember correctly. But all of these, not all of them, but most of them has got a minimum of 5 tags. And now it shows me here that, I mean, like this one's at the bottom here, it's only got 3. So where are the other 2? Are they thrown away? What happens? If somebody does a search, can they do a search on that tag and actually find my stuff? Now, I happen to know that if you, for instance, choose a video and you want to edit it, you'll see those other, in this case, those 5 tags, you'll see them. So they are there, but why are they not listed, okay, on this page, on your home page, if I can call it that, of your channel? You might want to change your mind about the tags, and you want to see what those tags are. I don't want to go in and edit them before I can see what they are. And that's the other thing, is like, on my channel here, I don't know how many people have watched this video. By just going to my channel, there's no information about this video. Okay, the only information is stuff that doesn't matter to me. The name, I know the name. I gave it its name. How long it is, 1 hour long, and so forth. That's cool. But like the views, for instance. All right. So if you come over to YouTube, it's obvious stuff. Like this one, uploaded 2 days ago, and I got 1 view. Okay. If we like here, I got 5,000 views over the last year on this particular video. I can see it on my home page. I can immediately see it. All right, and I can see, oh, that's interesting, and change things or whatever the case may be. But when you go to library, there's nothing like that. Then you say, okay, fine. So I've got how many videos ever is up here, but they did add something which is nice, creator analytics, and you would expect some of that information that I'm saying I'm looking for. Yeah, but it's not here either. Okay, what they do have is they tell me how many followers I have. Okay, that's nice. I'd like to know that, and I expect that on the creator analytics page. The number of views and so, cool, that's fine. But the thing is, then there's only 2 more sections. The one is most viewed recent content, okay, and in there's 1 video. okay, and it says 3 views. Why only one video? Maybe it's like over the last week they take it, and then, you know, it should be over a longer period. Like, you know, let's say the last 6 months or 2 months or 3 months or whatever the case may be, and then they have a couple of videos, you know, underneath each other here, with your most viewed one on top, most viewed recent content. So you got, like, say 10 videos here at least. All right, and you can see what the tags are and so forth, and make decisions about it and say, oh, okay, well, I know I can push the views up. Maybe I should change the tag a bit there. So, and on this creator analytics page, I can't go and edit this video now. All right. So, all right, let me get to the bottom here. And then the only other one, it's got most views content of all time. All right. There's one video here. All right. As the most viewed content. Okay. Why is there only one? What's the algorithm to make it so that there's only one? Okay, it doesn't make sense to me. You could add a few more there. All right. So this creator analytics page is really doesn't have much use at all, actually. I can see it's a beginning. It's like somebody just wrote a framework for it, but hasn't actually put the meat in. But it's like, you know, asking somebody, you know, please build me a Formula One car by, what are we now, or by December, okay? And then they go ahead and they build this car and whatever, and December comes and they tell you, right, you're ready, we've got your car for you. You look at it and it looks all pretty and so forth. And the moment you try it out, you notice it's got no power. You look at the engine and you notice it's got something like a Volkswagen Beetle 1600 from 1976 in there, you know, with a measly, how many ever horsepower it's got, you know, probably 40 horsepower or something. Like, seriously, the engine is sort of obviously one of the things. I want a Formula One car. That means I want a good engine. It's sort of one of the givens. Like creator analytics, you've given me the frame, okay? Where's the engine? Okay, there's not even good wheels on here. Okay, it's kind of, I see you got an idea that you're working on, but it's not really usable at this moment in time. You know, it's tantalizing, but, you know, carrot at the end of the stick, but there's nothing there. Okay, then another thing, if we again go to, let's say, where were we? If we actually want to edit a video, okay? So this is now the actual channel itself, all right? So now, okay, in YouTube, if I wanted to edit a video, okay, I can go to the, if I go to the top here, all right, subscribed. Why am I not, oh, I am on the wrong account. Okay, so, well, nothing's wrong with the internet. For some reason, it's got up here, view as subscriber, which I don't want to do. Why? I don't know where that came from. Okay, some weird thing happened there. So yeah, I'm back to normal and everything. So okay. So what I wanted to say is, if you want to edit videos and so forth, okay, you've got YouTube Studio, all right, which you can go and open. Now, YouTube guys, this is for you. Please, if you've got the dark theme, okay, why is it not in YouTube Studio as well? Okay, a bit silly. Okay, please get that sorted. Don't like this white. All right, so like, if I want a video, so I'll go to the videos here, and here's all my videos, and I can edit it and so forth. So let's say, for instance, this video, all right, I want to go and change, let's say a letter here. I want to put something inside there, and all's good, and I can save it, and it's updated. I press on save, and everything is done. Okay, and that's it. Life's good. Okay. There's a little bit of a problem when you get to LBRY though. A little bit confusing. Okay, if I want to, this thing playing in the background here now. Let's just put that sound off. Okay, if I want to edit a video in LBRY here now, so well, okay, I'm on my channel itself, so there's nothing, I can't edit from here. Okay, then I say, well, okay, there is one way you can do it, is by actually opening up the video, all right, and you'll notice there's edit here. Okay, so I have to actually open the video up. That's fine. Okay. In YouTube also it's a roundabout way to get to it, but it would be very nice as the video is listed, just right here, just here somewhere, just have the little edit icon, like you got an edit icon there, have a little edit icon here and you can go and edit the video. And another place where you can go and look is, you know, the list of all the stuff you've not there, sorry, all the stuff I've published. So all my publishers, okay, that's also here. So there's also nothing here that says click on me to edit the video. All right, so that would have been nice. I think it's kind of obvious to have put that in. It's a very small thing to do. That'll have a major impact on usability. But okay, so let's go in now. Let's say, for instance, we want to edit this video. All right, so we click on edit. Okay, so window and window, that's very nice. We'll close that now. Okay, so here's our video that we can now edit it. Okay, now typically, let's say for instance, I want to just change something in the description here. Okay, I don't actually want to make a real change. So let's just say, okay, as you can see, there's no spaces at the end of this line here. Okay, so I put a space in. I put a couple of spaces in there. So okay, I've made a change. Let's say, all right. I'm not changing the video. Okay, I'm not re-uploading a video, so it keeps the old one for me. You can re-upload, which YouTube doesn't allow you to do. You can't replace your video once you've uploaded it. Okay, yeah, you can. Or at least I could a while ago. I suppose it's still the same now. But like I say, I've added these 3 spaces. Now look up top here. I've got 255 LBC. Okay, but library Bitcoin. Okay. So you can come down here, and like I was saying, with the tags, here I can see, here are my 5 tags, but when that video is listed, okay, it doesn't show me all 5. So I have to come in here to see what were my 5. It's silly. I mean, why? It's a long way to do it. All right, so, okay, and it's, we on a deposit of 2 LBC, but this is the thing. If I've already added it, okay? So I can't not add LBC, Bitcoin again. I have to add again. So let's make it, well, let's make it 2, all right? And remember, it's on 255 up here. So I've got to I just put in spaces. I just changed the description, in other words. I didn't even re-upload the video. I'm not really using any real resources, okay, of them, okay? Now, why, you know, well, you'll see now. So I say save, okay, and it's saving. All right, so it's now confirming it, and remember it was on 255. All right, so let's see something. I just want to make sure. If I can tell you something, but I'd rather just show it to you. So we leave this and let the confirming process continue. Okay, so if we come back to YouTube so long, what you see up top here is, you know, my banner. Okay, IT and the likes, www.dimension15.co.za being my website. That the way it looks here, okay, is the way I designed it. Okay, I use GIMP, and for you guys that don't know GIMP, it's like Photoshop, except it's free and runs on all platforms. And yes, I do know Photoshop. I used it for many years, but this is basically the way I designed it to look. It looks right and so forth. Okay, but in LBRY, okay, let's still busy confirming. Okay, let's just give that a moment. All right, so it says it's confirmed. Okay, so all good. Okay, so we say close, and okay, so it's still on 255 here, but what I don't understand is, okay, you'll notice 4 o'clock, so it's 2 minutes ago, okay, there's this amount of 2 LBC. What is that for? What does that mean? It's my ignorance, I'm sure. It didn't drop that number in any way. So I don't really know I'm not sure how that works. Maybe someone can comment on this video and explain that to me. Does it? Yeah, okay. I should find out more about how that works. Okay, but anyway, what I wanted to show you is so if we go to the channel again. All right. So if you look at, you see this banner now. All right. See how dark it is down at the bottom here. Dimension 15 here is in the dark. Okay. And again, if I go to YouTube, okay, that's the way I designed it. Okay. And when I come to LBRY, it's all dark down at the bottom here and so forth. So that's clearly LBRY that's done that. They've decided to, put a little bit more into the background, into the darkness, probably because of the fact that there's text that your about and so forth. If you go to about, this description, okay, that is what's actually placed up top there. Okay, so the thing is, so because they know that if it was a bright image in the back, okay, people won't be able to read this information on Linux and Windows, etc. description I have. But that's my problem, not their problem. I should make my image darker. They shouldn't do it for me because I don't like the way they've done it. I'd rather do it a different way. So yeah, I don't like that. But other than that, really, LBRY, one really good thing about LBRY, okay, is the fact that, like we all know, YouTube sort of, they've got an agenda, all right, to make money, okay, and obviously they want to play a game to make their advertisers and their sponsors and everyone happy. Okay, so that they all making money in some way, and to do this, for some reason now, what YouTube does is they censor what you do. Now, obviously, some things is obvious, must be censored. I mean, you can't put some forgive the term, but like child pornography, you can't put that on YouTube. That's unacceptable. Okay, you can't put it anywhere. That's unacceptable. But the thing is also they can detect that, and then they can cut your channel and so forth, which in this case would be good. But the thing is, in some cases, like I've noticed, a lot of Linux people complain that the bigger channels. I'm just a small channel. I cater for only a few people, but some of these guys cater for lots of people. And they get to the point where they can actually start making money from YouTube because they have enough members and so forth. They sometimes, just because they made a video about Linux, they get they tell everyone, like, I've been demonetized. Okay, so he didn't get all his money. Now I don't understand why, like in specific Linux. I mean, like why? I mean, Google themselves uses Linux. All right. Android runs on top of a modified Linux kernel, so they should be pro Linux. But these Linux guys are having a lot of trouble with YouTube for whatever reason. But there's a lot of other people for other reasons. Now, I mean, like something as simple as someone who wants to discuss Linux. Why are they not demonetizing these people that swear like crazy and blaspheme and so forth? Okay, they should look at them far more than somebody that just wants to talk about something like Linux. All right, I mean, it's silly. So there's Google has got some agenda there, and you have to follow that. Okay, they've got some rules which we don't all know what they are. They don't let us know exactly what they're doing, but they are guiding what is on YouTube in some way. So in other words, you've got Big Brother watching over you. Okay. Now, that's a nice thing about LBRY. You don't, okay? Now, I'm pretty sure to some degree you would, like, again, if I can bring up this, this example of child porn, for instance, I'm pretty sure that if they detect it, they can, I don't know, kill your channel. They should, just kill your channel. But in general, you can basically say what you want. Freedom of speech. You can have a million Linux videos on here, and they're not going to do anything to you. There's nothing wrong with it. Why would they? So yeah, I don't understand, or not. I do understand, but I don't like what YouTube is doing in that regard at all. So in that sense, I definitely I'm supporting platforms such as LBRY. There are others that claim the same, but LBRY is really a good example of you do have a large amount of freedom of speech. But the problem is that a lot of people upload a lot of rubbish as well, and these things, because of the fact that everyone can upload whatever they want, and it's some low quality stuff as well. Even though, like, I got my tags on the right here saying this is what I'm interested in, if I go to my home already, like I said, how are these things related to my tags? There's nothing yet for me to watch. I mean, it's terrible. I mean, what are they? Are they ignoring my tags? I don't know. The only thing that's worth anything is this recent from following Joe Rogan. But like I say, yeah, it's just too much, Joe. I don't know if I'm gonna unfollow him, but this is too much. Okay. But all right, and yeah. Okay. Here's a new one I haven't noticed is all content. So I don't even know what this is about. Content type, duration. Okay. Sure. It doesn't even have anything to do with, again, my tags, things that I've watched in the past. So I don't know what that's about. All content is probably just a list of everything. Okay, that's fine. Sure. All right, the list of everything. But I mean, for my home, all right, show me stuff that I'm interested in. Don't show me stuff that's got nothing to do with anything I'm interested in. I mean, I can go and do searches, for instance. A lot of my own videos have got the word Linux in it. One of my tags is Linux, okay? And there's not a single thing of Linux here, all right? But when I do specific searches for Linux and for people that I know that are on LBRY, they've got Linux channels, I find them. Like Landuk and, for instance, those guys, they are on there. I'm a follower of Landuk. But why is it trending for your tags? I mean, Landuk should definitely be up here. This come on, guys. There's something wrong with your algorithm there. Not very happy with that at all. But okay, so. But it seems like, it might sound like I'm coming down really hard on LBRY. In a way, I guess I am, but take it from this standpoint, guys. I'm not doing it to be attacking. I'm actually doing it because I'm wishing you well, and I'm trying to help, as are others, to tell you what it is that we actually want. All right, because the thing is, for me, I use YouTube, all right, and so does everyone I know. I mean, there are apps out there. I can take my Android app and watch, my little Android device, and watch on my TV in my room. I can watch YouTube. LBRY is not an option for an app that I can download. Now, I know LBRY has got a beta for Android. I don't know if it's out of beta yet, but I know they're working on that, and that's great. And I hope that becomes an app one day that I can put onto that device of mine, like the Xbox as well. I watch YouTube on the Xbox, on my TV, and I don't have a LBRY app for it. But yes, you can also watch the LBRY on your desktop. On your browser. The same as you do, like here with I'm on the browser here with YouTube. So if you want to watch LBRY on your browser, you go to LBRY TV, and I'm not signed in, so it's just going to be a generic results that's showing me same as YouTube. If you're not logged in, it doesn't really know what to show you, and it's got its own little formula, algorithms that it follows and so forth. So So yes, so okay, so that's fine. But okay, you can watch on the browser as well, same as YouTube. But YouTube has got apps all over the place. LBRY needs to get that sorted out as well. So in general, you know, to show my allegiance, okay, I will close the video while sitting on LBRY and say, I really hope good for LBRY. I am supporting LBRY, but I really can't tell people about moving over onto it on my channel yet and so forth, because it's just too incomplete. You know, it's very polished, it looks good and so forth, but the actual functionality, it's just not there yet. There's some obvious things that they haven't done yet. You know, the analytics and so forth. Some of the analytics they can't do. I mean, they can't say, you know, a particular video of mine, like on Google, for instance, sorry, on YouTube, you know, you can go and they can tell you, if I go into my studio here, I go to my videos and I look at a very particular video, okay, and I can look at analytics on it and, you know, see all sorts of whatever things there are here, okay. Not really up here yet, okay, not being watched yet, but okay, but it's too new. But the thing is, one must understand that LBRY can't do that, okay. That's the way the platform works, doesn't allow them to know when you are actually watching a video, because the whole thing is you can actually download that video onto your machine, onto your computer, your device, and watch it whenever you want to watch it, as a video, a downloaded video. It's got nothing to do with the LBRY platform. It's just an MP4 or whatever the case may be, and they don't know you're watching it, and they don't know you only watched halfway or watched it to the end. They can't do stats on that, so that's fine. I accept that. You know, it's the, you know, there's certain things you've got to give up to gain other things, and this is one of those that's cool, no problem with that. But I mean, these things, you know, like that views don't show up here, for instance, and, you know, just by quickly logging in here, I can quickly see what's happening, you know, the sections and so forth. Guys, please, man, that is really, we're really calling out for that. But okay, so I hope that video satisfies everyone, and I gave everyone some fairness, saying things as they are, not what do they say, putting something sweet in your mouth to make you feel good or bad. LBRY, please, want to support you, want to get people involved by you. You know, YouTube has got all the content creators because of all these things I've mentioned, and because they've got all the content creators, there's all the videos, and therefore all the viewers are there. You don't have, you know, you are climbing, but you don't have the content creators because of these things, and therefore you don't have the viewers either. Get these things sorted out, and I think you'll see it climb drastically. So all right, guys, thanks a lot, and I'll chat to you again. See you, man. Goodbye.